first and foremost, a lot of new faces. You look at the roster, and if you don't have a roster, you have to buy one coming in because there are a lot of new names. And those that are familiar with the Hartford program, so many of the faces are gone from previous years, the graduation, and they moved from the program. But I'm really excited, talking to the coaching staff. They've got a lot of new kids, some junior college transfers, and kids that are going to come in and not only come in and play, but they think come in and start and make the difference. So I think the program certainly is headed for the right direction. But there's just so much uncertainty when you've got guys that haven't gone through the America East battles. Now, that being said, Taylor Dyson is one that not only has gone through those battles, but he's succeeded. He's one of the better three-point shooters on the team, and maybe has a chance to be one of the better ones in the league this year. Kid from Australia that I know is going to be really geared up for his senior season. And Cleveland Pancake Thomas is one of the kids that I'm really excited to watch. I heard so much about him coming in, and I'm not sure it's not going to be as big a team as we've seen at Hartford in the past, but I think it's going to be a real quick team, and I think it's a team that can put a lot of pressure on the defense. No, I don't think there's any added pressure. I think John Gallagher has the right energy and the right mindset. Obviously, he's a tremendous coach, and he's got excellent work ethic, and he's got the guys believing in the program. Once you go into the season and every team deals with it, you deal with injuries, you deal with games that you probably should have won and didn't, and vice versa. But it's a new schedule, it's a new season, and everyone is 0-0. I know everyone's excited to get going. So I don't think they put any type of pressure on themselves. I just know there's a lot of kids that have that John Gallagher type energy that he translated into his team, and I think those guys are geared up and ready to go here this season. One thing John Gallagher has always done, he's always brought in good kids and good coaches, and a lot of those coaches have moved on and gotten jobs at higher levels, and that's what it's about. It's about a learning experience and kind of taking what John knows and getting to know these guys. They kind of echo what he is saying and has his energy, and I just think it's going to be an exciting time for the Hartford men's basketball program, and I think he's got a couple of really new additions that are going to work here at Hartford and the coaching staff. It's amazing when you see, again, the roster and you see the kids from Australia. I think last year the closest kid was from Wisconsin, which you just scratch your head. But it's recruiting has not only become a national thing. It's all over the world, and he really recruits Australia very heavy. He's got kids from all over the place. But one thing he sells, he's not always looking for the best players, but the right players and guys that are going to buy into his program and be good kids. And obviously, you're a student athlete. You're a student first and athlete second. And it doesn't mean that he wants you slacking at practice. You need to be up and ready to go. But John, he does ask for a lot, as a coach should. He wants you to make sure that you're excellent in the classroom and you're excellent on the basketball court. And one thing that when he recruits you, you come into his family. And it is a family atmosphere that he runs here at Hartford. And if you are the right mix and you come into that family, you expect to grow. And we've seen some growth with John as the head coach. Well, the league is a phenomenal league, and you look at the RPI the last couple of years, and they've certainly moved up. They've knocked off some big teams. Hartford a couple of years ago knocked off Bryce down in Texas, which is a signature win for the program. And I know John Gallagher plays a national schedule. Louisville this year, St. Louis is on the schedule. Providence, who has a chance to be good. But when you look at the America East, I think this season it starts with Stony Brook and Warney, who I think is one of the best players in the league. He's a guy that really can find his way to the basket and obviously scores in a variety of ways. It seems like Vermont somehow, some way is always in the mix, even though they sometimes get picked middle of the pack. It always seems like they're in the mix towards the end. And I thought New Hampshire took great strides last year, and they've got a lot of guys back. So I think the America East is a terrific league, and I think it's going to be another great America East Conference schedule this season, and a lot of those teams play great competition out of conference. But once those guys grind it out in conference games, it really is a new ball game, and I just can't wait to get going.